Hill Townfall, ladies and gentlemen. But there's one thing I want to mention before we look at this brand new trailer. For those of you that are unaware, they dropped this trailer today, and there was an announcement that was made along with this trailer that Silent Hill Townfall is going to be another PlayStation paid-for exclusive, and it's going to be exclusive on PlayStation for the first 6 months of its life cycle, basically meaning that it's not going to release on any other console except for PC. Obviously, it's going to release on PC with PlayStation on day one. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you guys want to see more content like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join me every single day, 9 p.m. over on the main channel, where you can catch me live every single day, 9 p.m. Eastern. I hope to see every single one of you there. Now back to the main video. So it seems to me that this is their new strategy. It seems that PlayStation knows that people were threatening to leave the platform. So now it looks like they're taking all their money and they're starting to buy out third-party exclusivity because they themselves do not have that many first-party exclusives to try to bait people to use their consoles. So instead of making first-party exclusives like they used to, now they're just paying third-party people to give them timed exclusives on their platform to try to stop people from going over to Xbox or even potentially Nintendo, depending on what the game is. Here's the trailer for Silent Hill Townfall. Let's check it out. I'm very curious about the game. We'll take a look at it for a little bit, and then we'll move on, boys. But I am a Silent Hill fan. I've always been a Silent Hill fan. I do not like the fact that they're going first person with this game. It is very off-putting. But let's see what they got. Yeah, Sony's basically becoming a supervillain.
I need you to come back to the town and put some things to rest. I've tried, but they need to hear it from you. They'll listen to you. I know it's a lot to ask, but it's the right thing to do here, not just for them, but for the whole town. Let me know, Simon. We can make this right.
No, that's how the music sounds. That's how the music sounds. So I don't know if that's like them, but I don't know. All right, here we go. Getting right into the game. A crime on our community. This town is ours. We need the truth. We need justice. Is this a fucking protest? We started the game off with a protest?
Come back to me. Let me leave here. I can't do this much longer. Let me go home. Let me go home.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, the first person thing, I'll say this. I'll say this real quick before I continue. So I can make the distinction that the first person thing I don't like for certain franchises. Silent Hill, I don't like it. Resident Evil, I don't like it. I didn't like when they went first person with Resident Evil 7. It doesn't mean that I didn't enjoy the game for what it was, but I just didn't feel like I was playing a Resident Evil game. I felt like I was playing a horror game that was using the Resident Evil name to it. If they would have just named it something different, it would have been fine. There are certain video games, especially horror video games, that I've gotten used to being third person. So this first person viewpoint, I'm just not really a big fan. I was kind of hoping they would give us the choice, kind of like with Resident Evil 9. That's one thing I liked about Resident Evil 9 is that they gave you the choice to play first person or third person. I feel like that would have been beneficial here. I don't know if they're going to do that. I'm pretty sure they're not. I think it's first person only. So that's a little bit annoying, you know? But anyway, let's keep going. I mean, visually it's stunning, but I'm sure, I mean, that's the easy part. The graphics are the easy part.
Come back to me. Let me leave here. I can't do this much longer. Let me go home. Let me go home.
At least they got the fog right. They definitely got the fog right. The fog looks really good, so that's a plus.
Come back to me. Let me leave here.
Oh, I see what he's doing. He's trying to find the house that's in the video. I see.
The house and the signal.
This gameplay feels highly curated. Like it's almost like a tech demo gameplay, you know? Like, it doesn't feel natural is what I'm trying to say. Urgent. This is not a circular.
Zoe?
Well, again, I'm not saying it is a tech demo. I'm just saying that they're playing it like one. Very tech demo-y movement. Like, it's never natural. It's always slow, methodical. It's meant... Wait, what? An organ transplant? Is that a fucking organ? Jesus. What are we doing? I have no doubts that it's going to play like this, though. I have zero doubts. There are video games that look exactly like this. They play like this, so I have no doubts it'll look like this. I'm just saying, like, these trailers, they have, like, very weird movement. But they purposely go slow because they want to show every little detail. And they play in a very specific way because they want people to have certain reactions. If this game gets a third-person option, I would be immediately way more interested. But again, that's me personally. There's some people that are like they don't care. But for me, Silent Hill was always third person. Resident Evil was always third person. Two AA batteries. Even the sound effects are a little bit different. Konami's trying to do this weird thing with Silent Hill now, where they're trying to turn it into like this yearly release kind of a thing. So many of these Silent Hill video games are going to be very different from each other. They're going to be featured in different locations now. They've completely abandoned the original Silent Hill lore with the town and everything like that. Now Silent Hill is basically an essence. It's no longer the actual town. It's just a fucking, like, it's an entity, you know? And it's going to be happening in multiple different locations. And they did that because they didn't want to be restricted to having to figure out a story for a yearly release in Silent Hill, the town itself. They couldn't figure out a story for every year release. So they had to expand it to a worldwide thing for them to be able to do that. And what they're doing is they're alternating like Resident Evil. So they're doing a mainline game, and then they're doing a remake, and then they're doing another mainline game or a remaster, and then another remake. You know, they're alternating. Every year they're alternating. I don't think it's gonna be like, I don't see how they could do this for every year, honestly. I just don't. I don't see how it's possible. It might be possible for the first few years, but it's gonna run out pretty quick. I know they're remaking Silent Hill 1. Blooper Team is remaking Silent Hill 1 right now. So this game's gonna come out, and then Silent Hill 1 is gonna come out probably the year after. But yeah, I don't like the fact that they brought it outside of Silent Hill. I think it's pretty annoying. Are we gonna see the first monster? There's always that infamous scene in Silent Hill where you see the first monster.
What the hell is that?
Is that it? He just ran away. Wait a second. So hold on. Let me pause this. So you saw this monster. You saw a monster with a straitjacket and an axe for a face. And your reaction's like nothing? Nothing? You have no reaction? You have no, like, fear? You just, like, let's go to the back of this store. What the fuck? What are you, dead? Are you dead inside? Is it because you see more violence in Chicago? Like, what's going on here? What's going on? It just doesn't make any sense. Even James had more reaction when he saw his first monster. You know what I mean? Every character has always had like a pretty decent reaction at their first monster, but this guy's like, yeah, I don't give a shit. I don't care. I've seen worse in the Bronx. You know, it's like he don't care. Or maybe to be fair, chat. To be fair, maybe what we're seeing right now is not his first interaction with the monster, although I kind of feel like it is because this looks like the beginning of the game, but maybe it's not. So maybe by the time he gets to this point, maybe he's already used to seeing the monsters. I don't think it's true. I'm just trying to think outside the box, personally. Oh, that's interesting. So you could use the machine to see the monster. You can see through walls with it? Yeah, that's kind of cool. You can see through walls with it. That's also kind of cheating, but whatever anyway. Oh. He's got his first weapon, boys. A prepaid power card. Yeah, I think that's kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. That little machine see-through thing is kind of cool. All right, see some combat. No combat. What was that death animation? What was that? Wait a second. Why did he flop like that? Why did he flop? Because I guess he's so heavy in the head, I suppose. He just flopped stiff. Wait, hold on. That was funny. He was like, all right, I'm just gonna go to bed.
Fuck.
That's great, dude. That's great. The attack animations are kind of bad. I'm not gonna lie to you. They're a little bit bad. They should probably work on that a little bit. You know, realistically, if it's a survival horror video game, the combat's not gonna be super intricate. I don't know if this game is gonna have guns, by the way. I think they said that the game is gonna be melee focused, or at least minimal guns or something like that. I don't remember though, to be fair. Like, I know Silent Hill F didn't have any guns, but that's because they were going more for a melee focused Silent Hill and like an action horror game, which was a little bit weird. But this doesn't seem like it's going to be an action horror game. It definitely seems slower, more along the lines of Resident Evil 7, but without the guns, probably. You might get a pistol. You might get a pistol. This looks really good right here. Did I say Ireland? I thought I said Scotland. All right, here we go. Another one. Oh, there you go. Pistol. There you go. Bro! Why did he die like that? Why did he die like that? That's so funny. Dummy in the chat says those things have always died like that. Bro, when I played the original games, they had a little bit of a freak out moment when they went down. I don't remember them flopping like a plank. It's been a long time, so I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I remember everything. But I don't remember them flopping like a plank like that. But, you know, whatever anyway. I remember them kind of, freaking out, like spazzing out and stuff. And then eventually they would go still. I remember that. This part looks pretty interesting. I like this part. I don't totally hate it. I'm not gonna lie to you. But again, it goes back to the Resident Evil 7 aspect, right? Where Resident Evil 7 to me was a really good horror game. Really good horror game. But as a Resident Evil game, I don't know about that. You know what I'm saying? This looks like it's gonna be probably a really good horror game. But would it feel like a Silent Hill game? I don't know about that yet. It definitely looks a lot better than Silent Hill F. Way better. Which is kind of sad to say because I was really excited for Silent Hill F. And then I found out it was an action horror game and I was like, oh, that's kind of gay. That's not what I wanted from Silent Hill, you know? See, that's really cool. I really like that. However, my only concern with that radio is that it removes some of the fear aspect of it, because if I could just peek corners with a radio and I could see through walls, then I'm never gonna just accidentally run into something. It kind of removes a little bit of the fear aspect regarding, you know, a horror game. If I'm just running around with fucking aimbot, you know, in my radio, where I could just see through walls and shit, I don't know. It's cool looking, like it's a cool mechanic. I just don't know how it's gonna work for a horror game. I'm sure there's more to it than just what we're seeing, though. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like, it removes some of the surprise element. Like, I don't know. I don't know about that. I like the ambient music. It's pretty good. Oh, is it freaking out now? Yeah, look how far you could see these. You could see enemies from super far. Even in the fog behind gates and everything. I don't like that, dude. Now that I'm seeing it in action, I don't like that. It removes the suspense. Bro, he's two-shotting these things, bro. There's no way the enemies are that easy. What was that reaction timing, brother? Oh, he's out of ammo now. Oh, they switched to another scene. I mean, the visuals are really good. You're definitely gonna... Like, the atmosphere seems it's very well done. Super dark. Oh shit, he locked him out. What the fuck? Yeah, it seems like, honestly, it seems like they balanced the entire game around the wall hack, which I gotta be honest with you, I'm not really digging that. I'm not digging that. Like the wall hack removes a lot of the suspense from the game, and it just seems like at any given turn, that's what they want you to use is the wall hack. So I don't know, man. Interesting design choice. Just I don't know if it's for me personally. I would have to see how it plays out, but yeah, I agree. I think this is going to be a halfway decent horror game, but in terms of a Silent Hill game, yeah, I don't know. At this point, I just have to accept that Konami's idea of what a Silent Hill game is not what it has been for a long time. I should have, I kind of had that feeling when it came to Silent Hill F, and this game is kind of solidifying that, where they're just doing like fucking anything at this point. They're just doing anything at this point when it comes to Silent Hill. So It's unfortunate. Silent Hill used to have a great lore to it. Really, really just amazing world building, amazing history to it with the town of Silent Hill. It was always so interesting to go back, because when you go to Silent Hill as a new person, Silent Hill embodies essentially that person. So you always have a different experience. There's some relative like same themes, but you always get a different experience, you know? But this is like, this and Silent Hill F are just, they're just so different, and just not in a good way, you know? I think the wall hack is what's throwing me off the most, personally. Again, I don't hate it. I don't hate the way this game looks. That's how it ends, really? Jesus fucking Christ, seriously? I don't hate the way it looks, but this basically confirms a lot of my initial thoughts about the game regarding the, you know, calling it Silent Hill. It definitely confirms a lot of my initial thoughts. So I'm going into this with pretty reserved expectations. So we'll see. The game releases September 24th, so it's a little over 1 month away, or a little under 1 month away. It's almost there. Almost there, boys. But that was basically it for Silent Hill Townfall. And again, just a reminder, this game is officially a PlayStation exclusive for 6 months. It'll release on PC day one, but it will not release on Xbox or anywhere else for that matter until 6 months later, because PlayStation is paying exclusivity on third-party titles. That seems to be their new strategy. So, congrats, Sony. I guess you could have it. I don't really know what else to say other than that. Silent Hill Downfall. That's actually funny.